This is Teresa Baldwin, and this is my 7th book critique. The story that I'm featuring today is called Mike Mulligan and His Steam Shovel by Virginia Lee Burton. This is the story of a man named Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel named Mary Ann. They love each other and they love working together. They dig cellars for buildings, they dig canals for boats, they cut through mountains for trains, and they lower and straighten hills for highways and landing fields. However, fancy new engines start coming out, such as electric shovels and gasoline shovels and diesel motor shovels, and no one wants Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann anymore. They have lots of trouble finding work, until one day Mike Mulligan sees in the newspaper that the town of Popperville was going to build a new town hall. He is determined that they will be the ones to dig the cellar for the new town hall. They leave the city where no one wants them anymore and go out into the country. The selectmen agree to let them dig the cellar on one condition. If they can't get it done in one day, they won't be paid. But Mike Mulligan had always said that Mary Ann could dig in a day what 100 men could dig in a week, though he had never been quite sure that this was true. So they got to digging, and a boy comes to watch, and then someone else comes to watch, and more people come to watch, and the more people come, the faster they dig. And more people come until they have this huge crowd, and they're going faster than Mary Ann has ever dug before, and they finish the last corner right as the sun sets. Everyone begins cheering for them. Hurrah! They did it until they realized that they hadn't left a way for Mary Ann to get out. After lots of discussion, they decided that they would just build the town hall around her, and she would serve as the furnace in the cellar of the town hall. The first activity I created is the social studies activity. We will study many inventions and inventors, and we'll study how, as time passes, newer machines are invented to get jobs done quicker and easier. Students will choose an inventor that they want to learn more about, and using simplebooklet.com, they will create a booklet that includes history facts about the inventor and his or her invention. Students will share their booklets with the school community at the science fair. Here is my example of a booklet. This is about Thomas Edison. As you can see, I have his name on there. I have my name on there. I have the years that he lived. I have plenty of pictures. I also have facts about his life. I have quotes. I have a video. I have pictures of his inventions, as well as the names and the dates of his inventions on here. And these are definitely important things that I would be looking for in my students' videos, in my students' presentations. And my next activity is a science and technology activity. This one and the last one is for 3rd grade students. So in continuing this lesson about inventions and inventors, we will then transition to talking more on the science end of things. So I will have them think of something that they wish they could do quicker or easier than they can do now. They will then draw a picture and write an explanation of what their invention will be able to do. They will then collaborate with other students, giving each other practical feedback on whether they think that the invention is a good idea, whether they think it's possible for this invention to be invented, and even just feedback on things that they might be able to improve to make it work better. All students will then create a presentation using Google Slides in order to demonstrate their invention. They can use pictures of their sketches, they can use pictures of the current way that this activity is done, and then they can describe how they will improve to make this activity more faster, more efficient, and easier for people. These are the other 4 books that I will be critiquing today. Anansi the Spider is a cute and funny retelling of an ancient African folktale. Each of Anansi's sons have a special power that end up helping to save Anansi from danger. The Girl Who Loved Wild Horses is the story of a girl who took care of the horses in her village, until one day the horses ran away with her on one of their backs to be with the wild horses. She loves living among the wild horses, even more than she loves living in the village. And at the end of the story, you actually find out that she turns into one of the wild horses. The main reason I like this story is for the beautiful illustrations. The Empty Pot is the story of a boy named Ping. The emperor wants to find out who will be the next emperor. So he gives all the boys a seed, and he tells them that they have 1 year to grow the most beautiful flower. Every day, Ping cares for his seed, but every day nothing will grow. He sees all his friends growing beautiful flowers, and he doesn't understand why he can't grow a beautiful flower like his friends. A year later, all the boys present their flowers to the emperor. When the emperor sees Ping, he asks why he brought an empty pot. Ping explains that he tried very hard, but nothing would grow. The emperor smiles and names him the next emperor. He had given all the boys cooked seeds so that they would never be able to grow. Ping was the only one who didn't cheat. I love the way that this book teaches about honesty and dedication. And finally, Virgie Goes to School with Us Boys is the story of a young African American girl who is determined to get an education just like her brothers. This is a story that will inspire students to be strong and courageous, even when people are doubting them, just like Virgie. So that's all the books that I'm going to be critiquing today. Thank you for listening.